Hey Pandalings, this is the Black Belt Panda, and in this tutorial video, I'm going to show you how to build this starter Greek house.
Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. Water can flow, or it can crash. Empty your mind, be formless.
Alright, so we are here on Tutorial Island, next to the big old Greek house over there, and we're going to build a smaller Greek house. So by starter, I don't mean a house you would build when you start the game, but rather if you're going to build Greek houses, this is a good one to start with because it's pretty simple. So let's say you've been to the nether, you got tons of quartz, you've been mining, you got tons of lapis lazuli. This is a good house to use those resources up on. So to get started, I just marked the center of where the house, where I want the house to be with a torch. And what I'm going to do is take some quartz blocks here. I'm going to figure out where I want the door to be. So this house is 11 blocks wide by 11 blocks long by 9 blocks tall. So knowing that, we can figure our center is going to be, or our door rather, is going to be right here. Boom. There's our house. No, I'm kidding. All right, so let's go ahead and outline the door with blocks here. We're going to put an upside down quartz stair at the top of it just to make it look nicer. So there's our door. And then we're going to go 2 more blocks out in either direction, so we should have a wall that's 7 blocks long, and we're just going to fill this wall in like so. So we should have 4 blocks tall, 7 blocks long. So now we're going to start on the next wall, which is going to be, again, 7 blocks long, and it's going to be 4 blocks tall. And just skip the corner here. It'll look nicer if we do, and actually use quartz stairs here, and we should have something that looks like that. And we can even put some glass panes in. I'm using blue stained glass panes because this house is going to be white and blue, kind of like the houses you'd see in Santorini, in the Greek Cyclades. But anyway, another 7 block wide wall along the back. Again, 4 blocks tall. And this time we're going to have a 2x3 window, like so. Whoop. Ah, I missed. All right, there we go. And last wall, you know the drill. 7 blocks, 4 blocks. This one's gonna have 2x2 windows, like the other one. Quartz stairs, glass panes. Boom. All right, very simple. So the next step, we are going to bring our front wall up a little bit like so. We're going to use some upside down quartz stairs here and turn them in at the ends so that they fill in the gap. And then we're going to come up 1 more block like so. And this time we're going to use right side up quartz stairs and 1 more block like so, and 1 upside down. So you should have something that looks like that. And we're just going to do this on each side. So, oops, upside down, all the way across. Turn it at the ends. Come in by 1 block each time we go up. Right side up. 1 block in. And upside down. Very simple. So what we're doing is creating the front of the roof, I guess you could say. Not sure if the roof's whoops, wasn't paying attention. Those should be upside down. The roof's face, I don't know. Anyway, just gotta put these blocks on. So this is probably the trickiest part in survival, is getting this roof done. Because you kind of have to dance around. It's tricky enough when you're flying. But it's definitely worth it to add in this extra detail just to make the house look awesome. Because, I mean, that's why you be building the house, right? Have something that looks awesome. So here we go. Now we've got this. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start working on the roof. We want to put lapis lazuli blocks, like so. Then we're going to come in and up. Oops. Let me go out, like so. Get rid of those ones there. There we go. All right, so We are following the... Put one there. And actually, we can do lapis here. Like that. Yep, that works fine. All right, so what you want to do is out and over with each one. So you should have something that looks like that. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to fill that corner in. We're going to go up, over, up, over, up, over. And then we're going to start going down. Oops, I missed. I miss a lot. You get used to it. All right, now. So you're just kind of wrapping around the whole roof. It's very simple. Put one there for now. We'll fill in all that stuff later here. All right, now we've got the first layer of our roof done. Very cool. So now we're going to come in here, and I'm just going to connect these spots just to make it a little bit easier to see what I'm doing. All right, so we have that. And basically, it's pretty simple. It's easier to start at the top, I think, and just connect all the blocks, oops, straight across to the next block on the same level. So to start with, it's easy to just make this sort of plus shape that you can see here. But then if we come down here, all we have to do is connect the blocks like that on each level. Boom, that side's done. So do this side. And that side's done. All right, very simple. It's not very difficult. And I know a lot of newer players probably aren't used to using full blocks for roofing. This is something we had to do back when the game was a little newer. But anyway, you should have a roof now that looks like this. So, the house doesn't look like much. So we're going to throw in some detail now. So to begin, we're going to frame the door with some stair blocks, like so. I'm just going to put a quartz block there to make it look nicer. And we're going to wrap stair blocks all the way around the house. When you get to the windows, just turn in and... Whoop, whoa, that was a weird glitch. Turn in, and the stairs will connect, like so. We're going to do that on each one. And you just wrap all the way around the house. We'll go around here. Like so. Oops. We should be coming back around to the front now. Boom. All right, so now we're at the front. So that alone made a big difference. Next thing we're going to do is put upside down stairs here and here. You can see where I put those. And we're going to go around to the side here. Upside down stair, upside down stair, upside down stair. To the back, one on each side of the window. And to the last side, again on each side of the window. And then we're going to take our lapis lazuli blocks. We're going to place them on the upside down stairs and along the top here like so. And we're going to do the same thing here along the top and on the upside down stairs. And along the back and along the side. All right, so now that looks a lot better. Now we have a Greek house. So that pretty much completes the exterior of the house itself. So let's go ahead and start working on the interior. To do this, we're going to use blue stained clay. You can use any blocks you want, but I think the blue and light blue stained clay looks pretty good together in here because, you know, blue theme everywhere. I know this is more like a purple because it's stained clay, but it still falls within like the same complementary shades, which makes it look nice. So I'm going to lay down solid floor here. But I'll show you a pattern you can do as well if you don't want a solid floor. So we'll start with just a single blue stained floor. So you can see that looks pretty good just on its own. But if you wanted a pattern floor, a good way to do that is, let's see, over here, we're going to lay down some light blue stained clay. We're going to do the same thing over here. Oops. And we are going to place here light blue stained clay, so a 2x3, and then we're going to right here. Where is it? You see where I'm going here. Whoops. What? There we go. Light blue stained clay. And we've got a neat little pattern right there, just on its own. So you can see we've got like light blue clay and a 2x3, blue clay and a 2x3, kind of alternating with just some corners. So very nice. All right, so to spruce up the inside, one thing we can do as well is take some leaves and just kind of randomly place them all along the inside ceiling roof. And this will kind of help to hide the roof along the inside a little bit. And at the same time, make it look like the house is, a little more overgrown if you wanted something a little more fantasy-like, I guess. Or even just like a woodsy sort of feel to it. But this looks good, regardless. It doesn't even have to be fantasy or woodsy at all. As you can see, we can even throw some random cobwebs up. Wherever, just a few of them. All right, so that's pretty good. Let's go ahead and start adding some furniture. Okay, so to start the furniture, I'm actually going to break these blocks out here, put in some redstone blocks and some redstone lamps, and on top of that, some cyan stained glass, and then a couple of beds there, and we've got a cool little sort of lit headboard thing. Yeah, okay. I think it looks cool. So I'm going to do the same thing in front of the windows here, only without the glass. So redstone lamps, and then I'm going to put chests down. The reason I'm using redstone lamps is just the little bit you can see, as you can see here, has actually got a border on it, whereas the glowstone does not. So it just looks a little bit nicer sitting under the chests, and looks nicer in general when you can actually see it. Glowstone's kind of ugly in my opinion. So crafting table, furnace. We got 2 furnaces. If you want more, you can always just stack them up the walls. But I'm just going to go with 2 for the time being. And this place could really use a table, so let's go ahead and place one right here with a light blue carpet on it. Now we've got a cool little table, so we need some decorations, I think. Okay, so to start, let's quickly get a chair. Put a chair down. And in the corner here, I'm going to put some podzol and a rose bush. And let's go ahead and put some item frames, on the sides of the chair. Give it some arms. And finally, we could use some paintings, I think. Let's go ahead and try to get a 2x2. There we go. That's nice and creepy. Let's get one there. And when it comes to like putting paintings on your walls, I find it looks best to line up the tops of the paintings. So we'll go ahead and try to get some 1x1s along the top here and here. Can be a pain in the butt getting the painting you want. I usually just put up whatever random one I can get. Anyway, so now we got some paintings. We've got some furniture, bed, crafting table, furnace, chest. All right, it looks good. So that is pretty much the interior complete. And if you want, you could like break through these blocks here and make a staircase going down to a basement. Would be pretty neat. You need to put a loft up here in place of like the bushes. But let's go ahead and run around to the back here. I'm going to put a block of podzol there, and then I'm going to put some peonies in the window, and that looks pretty good from the outside. But what's neat about the taller plants like that, as we come around to the inside, we can see it. Yay! So that looks nice, I think. But yeah, let's come around to the outside. We'll take a look. House looks pretty good, but we need, I think, some stuff in the yard. I think would look pretty good. So to start with the yard here, what I want to do is kind of frame out a pathway with some bricks. So for the front of the house, I just want it to kind of come straight out like that. And, this completely depends on where you're building your house and what you have to work with. But I want the pathway to be 3 blocks wide. I'm going to come up to about maybe here and then kind of curve it around the house a little bit. Something like this. And I'll just kind of come out this side a little bit with the pathway. We got a cave down there. That's pretty neat. All right. So, and then here I'm going to go straight back right to the middle of the house there. So we've got our pathway outlined, and I'm going to fill that in with cobblestone. I'm going to have a cobble walkway, which seems to me to really kind of accent the house. I don't know if it's because like the house is super smooth and the cobblestone is just kind of, you know, not. It's kind of messy looking. But they definitely seem to contrast each other, which is, in my opinion, the best looking way to add a path to the front of the house. Because, I mean, it complements the house. Like, if it's just kind of blending in, I don't know, it just doesn't look as good to me. It's boring to look at, I guess. So, here we go. Now we've got a cool little pathway there. Looks pretty nice. I'm going to come around and let's see. We'll go down and over here, I think. We're going to use sandstone stairs. We're going to figure out where we want a fountain to go. I kind of want the fountain to overlap the pathway just a little bit. So I think I'm actually going to put it right about here. And I'm going to use these stairs and kind of turn them in 3 wide like that. And we're going to turn it in again. And we're going to go 3 wide. Turn it in again. Oops. 3 wide. And fix that corner there. And then I'm just going to... We got that little cave thing down there. Put some smooth sandstone along the bottom and along the sides here. So we'll replace those blocks. One more. All right, so we have that. And then I'm just going to fill in the whole fountain with water. And there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Got a little fountain there. So next thing I'm going to do is kind of outline some corners, I think. So if I come over here and let me fill in this patch here really quick. All right, so I'm just going to find a corner here that I want to use and just going to put some sandstone slabs down and do something like that. Just for the heck of it. Now, if you had like a plot on a server or even a nice square spot already sort of laid out, then this would be a good way to make your corners a little more nicer. Just kind of, there we go. I'm not going to make them all the same, but just to kind of outline your place a little bit. Oops, do that there. All right, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to come around to the back side here and do a small one here. Come around over here. Try to keep it lined up around to this one. That's the corner on this side. We're going to do a longer one here. Let's see. Raise that side there. I'm going to do that. And just because we're on the back of the house, I think it'd look good to have a longer sort of wall here. So we went 1 past the house on that side. We'll go 1 past on this side. And just kind of pick some random spots this time. Let's see. Let's do... Maybe we'll go every other block on the back. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think. All right, so now we can decorate a little bit. So a large fern, I think, in front of the house. A few large ferns around the corner here. Maybe a couple here. One there. Some along the back. Kind of random. There we go. And some smaller ferns kind of around the larger ones. Just to make it look like, you know, there's a couple that haven't grown quite so much yet. And there we go. All right, that looks pretty good. Now we will plant some flowers. I'm going to use some blue flowers just because, you know, blue house. But we're going to just kind of toss those around randomly. Like that. Pretty simple. All right. So now we have that. And we're going to go ahead and take some flower pots, and I'm just going to put a few of them along here and put some poppies in them. So we have something that looks like that. Okay, and that pretty much does it. So that is the starter Greek house. We got a little yard here, mostly useful if you've already got a plot and you need to fill in the yard. There's some ideas for you. And we've got some interior work here. So I hope you guys like it. If you did, please click that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It's the best way to get these videos when they're released. They'll be in your subscription inbox, and you'll see them right away. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please leave those in the comments section below. And as always, thanks for watching. This is the Black Belt Panda, and I will see you in the next video.